hanging in there? This has been such a great night, you guys. A couple of things I wanted to share with you really fast. This is, by the way, the third day of the Sanctuary Metal Family Conference. Some of you didn't know about that. It's about 2 miles from here. And we have the last day tomorrow morning. We'll be having church. The Sanctuary worship team is there. All the Sanctuary staff, all of our podcasters. Love to have you join us. If you stop by the Sanctuary booth right there, you can pick up a flyer with the schedule. And while you're there, have you tried Headbangers Brew coffee? Have you? So, you know, we have our coffee that we use to support the homeless ministry. Headbangers Brew, if you haven't tried it, we've got it over there too. And I want to give you some good news. So we started the Metal Bible in 1999. And this year we are adding the 10th language. It's in 10 languages now, 24 years later. And very excited. If you don't have a Metal Bible, also, they're right over there on the table. So I'm real excited to introduce the next band. It was the mid-90s, and Doug Van Pelt from Heaven's Metal magazine called me, and he said, I've heard this band called Disciple, and if you ever get an opportunity to hear them, he said, they're my new favorite band. Well, Doug is very critical, and I know if Doug says it's a good band, it's a good band. So that same week, I was invited to host this small outdoor festival, and in the festival was Disciple, and I became a huge fan as well. And not only became a huge fan, but got to know the guys really well. Kevin, I was remembering one time when you and I, in my car, I was just driving around and we were talking, and we drove for 4.5 hours, just around town and talking and talking and talking. But the most fun I ever had with Disciple was actually in Sweden, and they came over and did Bobfest in Sweden, and we had such a great time with them. And then they traveled with me to do a couple other festivals, and I've never had so much fun, ever. But the one thing that stands out was they wrote a song called Pastor Bob Says It Is So, and they performed it at one of the festivals. They probably don't even remember, but it was kind of a cool thing. But you guys, I love these guys. They're the real deal. And I was just telling Kevin I would give anything to have half of his energy. Folks, stand up and give it up for Disciple.
Of a model son, a crooked criminal they caught holding the gun. It got so hard to see the truth from all the lies. Slowly becoming more and more